So, last day of classes for the week. I'm sitting by a nice warm fire and I don't particularly want to move, but I should get up and start the day. And that means getting in the car and picking Sean up and then traveling to school. I can do it. Good morning. And I'm back. Well, that day went fast. I really like the last 3 days of the week that I have, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, because it's just like so short of school, and it's like, here, have all this time to do whatever you want. It's really nice. It really sucks for Sean on Fridays because he's there till 4 o'clock, and that's just like so harsh. But I'm free to do whatever I want, so I'm really happy. And it also just makes the week speed up at the end, so it's not like school drags, because this week felt like it went by really fast. So it was nice. So with my free time, I'm going to look at some special features on Joan of Arcadia, see if there's any tidbits that are super interesting. And I also might rewatch the last episode again, because it's last episode, and like all things TV show, it was very dramatic and big and had a lot of stuff going on in it. The reason I want to rewatch the episode is kind of, when you watch something a second time, you pay attention to more details and you kind of understand things more, and you pull more from it, and it just goes through your head again. I don't know. I liked the whole season of Joan of Arcadia, and I would really like to watch the next one right now, but I have to wait for Sean because we're going to watch this together. And I really wish it hadn't been canceled, because with where it is now, season 1, and where it could go, season 2, I would really like to explore like the entire way they wanted to go with it, but I can't because it doesn't exist. But I'm excited to start season 2, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, so that's another reason why I want to watch the last episode. There was just a couple parts that I think I missed out on because it was too quiet. My house was a little bit louder, and I want to make sure I hear exactly what some people are saying. It's just interesting. And Sean even said at the end of the season that he didn't like the last episode the first time he watched it, and he liked it a lot more the second time, which was now, or maybe this was more than the second time, I'm unsure. But I think I understood more of it than he did, and I also don't want to put words in his mouth because he's not here to defend himself, but it's always good to get a second look. And like, honestly, I really enjoy it, and I have to wait until Sean comes home, so until we can maybe continue. We might not, we might watch something else, but season 2 is in the list of what we could be doing.
So I am back from school, and I had probably one of the weirdest exchanges of my entire existence at the bus stop on the way home. So I'm standing at the bus stop, got my headphones in, and this guy rides past on his bike. And I was like, okay, he's just a guy who rides past on his bike. And he turns around and he pulls his bike up, like right to like the bus stop. I'm in like the shelter, and he's on like the other side of the glass. And I'm like here, and he's there just like looking at me. And then he bashes his head on the glass. And he's like, he like looks at me, and then he pulls around to where there's the opening, and I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? And he's like, yeah? You remember? And I was like, I couldn't even say anything. I just like looked at him like, and he's like, I'm just still just looking at him like, what the hell's going on? And he says, no, and then he rides off. So it was so weird. I have no clue what happened, and I've been like thinking about this for like the last hour, because that happened like nearly an hour ago now. It was just so weird. Like, he just, goes by on his bike, turns around, comes up beside me. Yeah, you remember? Yeah. No? And then just leaves. What? Like, I don't know. He had on like a big winter hat, so it had like ear flaps and stuff, and he had on sunglasses. So maybe I knew the guy, but I was unable to recognize him. Maybe I didn't know the guy and he thought he knew me. Or what's really interesting is if he just decided, I'm going to mess with this guy and explode his brain. If that was his plan, that was a success, because I am the most confused I've probably ever been in my entire life. I'm dumbfounded. I'm speechless. That was very weird. Usually the weird things happen on the bus, not while waiting for the bus. So the second week of this semester is over, and like yesterday and today, I had like my eureka moments where I actually understand what's going on in class and what we're talking about. I don't know, I was kind of really lost, like, all last week and I guess like the first half of this week. But yesterday in class, I was just kind of like, I get this. I know what we're talking about. I understand where these numbers are coming from. I get it. And then, same thing happened today in class. I was just like, I know what we're doing. I understand this. I'm learning. which is a big turnaround from how I felt like, last week. I was just like, I am so lost. Like, clearly I fell really behind last semester, and then I didn't learn enough, and now I don't have the foundation enough to be able to succeed this semester, and that's how I felt. Which, maybe there's a grain of that somewhere, but I'm doing a lot better now, and I think just having that eureka moment kind of thing really helped boost my confidence, which will help me to continue to be successful in school, which I wasn't being, because it was just like right off the bat, huge, just morality I think is, I don't know, I felt crappy essentially, and because I felt crappy, I wasn't doing well, which led to me feeling crappy, and it was just kind of this vicious cycle of just not doing well in school and feeling crappy about it. But now I think I'm good. I think I'm very good. Yeah, school's over for the week. Lydia and I spent the entire night watching Joan of Arcadia episodes. We watched the first 7 episodes of season 2, the final season of this show. Yeah, it sucks that this show got canceled. It sucks when any show gets canceled. Well, any show that you like gets canceled, which is a real shame. And especially like something that gets canceled early on. Like, some shows get canceled after 4 or 5 seasons, and you're like, yeah, I got canceled, but it ran its course. But if there's only been 1 or 2 seasons, it's like they had so much more that they could do. Why do they have to cancel it? And I understand, views and ratings and stuff, but it's always a shame. You always wish that they would just kind of let people tell their story. I don't know. I guess more of that is happening nowadays with stuff. I mean, like, Community keeps getting canceled and brought back, and Arrested Development's kind of done that as well. So it's a shame Joan of Arcadia didn't come out 10 years later than it did. We might have seen more of it. Same with Freaks and Geeks and stuff like that. Alright guys, Arthur and I are very, very cold. We need to go home and go to sleep. Okay? I gotta work in the morning. Time to get some rest. Good night.